Many haunted places exist around the world, some of which are famous and some that you've probably never heard of. So join us as we count 10 of the most haunted places in the world. Number 10. Eastern State Penitentiary, Pennsylvania. Built in 1829, Eastern State Penitentiary is a former prison in Pennsylvania. It is known for being the very first prison of its kind to introduce solitary confinement, or what they used to call the Pennsylvania system. Prisoners were sent to solitary confinement during this time as a form of rehabilitation. They would be totally isolated, living alone, eating alone, and even exercising alone in their own individual yards. Whenever an inmate left his cell, a black hood would be placed over his head to assure he remained in confinement. Due to Eastern State's harsh treatment of inmates, many prisoners became insane, and as a result, the Pennsylvania system was scrapped in 1913. From then until 1970, it was used as a regular prison, and held the likes of Al Capone and the bank robber Willie Sutton. Reports of the paranormal have been ongoing since the 1940s, but ever since the Stone prison was abandoned in 1971, paranormal experiences have seemingly increased. Reports include shadowy figures that seem to quickly turn away when approached, a dark figure that is occasionally seen in the guard tower, an evil cackling is heard coming from cell block 12, shadowy figures have been seen sliding down walls in cell block 6, ghostly faces have been witnessed in cell block 4, and strange sounds such as disembodied footsteps, distant talking, and banging of cell doors have also been heard. Number 9. The Tower of London. With a history of torture and execution going back over 900 years, the Tower of London is regarded by many as one of the most haunted places in the UK. It was originally built in 1078 by William the Conqueror and has served a major role in the history of England ever since. There have been many reports of the paranormal at the Tower of London over the years. The most famous of all the spirits that live within its walls is Anne Boleyn, the wife of King Henry VIII. She was beheaded in 1536, and her headless body has been seen walking the tower's corridors and often near the spot of her demise. Other full-bodied apparitions have also been seen, including Lady Jane Grey, who was spotted by a guardsman in 1957. In the White Tower, the White Lady has been seen, often standing at a window, where she once stood waving to her children on the other side of the building. Number 8. Château de Brissac, France. Originally built in the 11th century as a castle by the Count of Anjou, Château de Brissac was rebuilt in 1502 by Charles II, Duke of Brissac, who gave it its name. This noble castle is the tallest in France, and it exudes old-world charm, but one of its past residents has shocked more than one visitor. A double murder that occurred sometime in the 15th century within the walls of the castle has resulted in one of the more popular ghosts of the Château de Brissac, that of La Dame Verte, or Green Lady. The current residents have become accustomed to her roaming the rooms, but she has scared many a guest. She is often seen in the tower room of the chapel, wearing her green dress. What's most terrifying, however, is her face. If she looks at you, you'll see that her face has gaping holes where her eyes and nose should be, resembling what a corpse would look like. As well as her sighting, her moans are also often heard throughout the castle in the early hours. Number 7. Ancient Ram Inn. Built in 1145, the ancient Ram Inn is believed to be the most haunted house in the entire British Isles, and perhaps the most haunted house in the world. The tales of child sacrifices, devil worship, and evil spirits are believed to be behind the terrifying happenings in this building. The inn was built on the intersection of two ley lines, what many people believe is a conductor for spiritual activity. In addition, an ancient pagan burial ground is said to have resided in the property over 5,000 years ago. During its time as a bed and breakfast, people would often flee in the middle of the night, often seeing full-bodied apparitions in their rooms, the feeling of being touched, pulled, disembodied voices, and the just general feeling of evil. Number 6. Banff Springs Hotel. The Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada was built over 125 years ago by the Canadian Pacific Railway as a luxury stop-off point for train travellers. Don't let its picturesque surroundings fool you though, it's rumoured to be one of the most haunted in the country. Terrifying reports include the sighting of a bride who fell down the staircase, breaking her neck after panicking when her dress caught on fire. Her apparition has been seen on the staircase and in the ballroom dancing, with many reporting the flames from the back of her dress. Number 5. Babenhausen Barracks, Germany. Now a museum, the ghosts of World War II German soldiers have been seen in uniform. Lights are known to turn on and off by themselves, and voices are heard in the basement. German commands are often heard being shouted out in the middle of the night, and disembodied footsteps are a common experience. Soldiers who have visited the museum and picked up a telephone have reported hearing a woman talking backwards. It's not clear whether it's English or German. In the town of Babenhausen, a witch was allegedly burned at the stake sometime in the 19th century. Her ghost is said to have seduced and killed several German soldiers. Number 4. Borgvattnet, Sweden. Borgvattnet is a small village in Jämtland County, northern Sweden. It's renowned for having one of the most haunted houses in Sweden, the Old Vicarage, which was built in 1876. The first ghost ever documented at the vicarage came in 1927, when the chaplain Niels Hedlund resided. He reported many strange happenings, including one particular encounter with something paranormal. He was on his way up to the attic to gather his laundry when he witnessed his laundry being torn down from the line by an unseen force. Rudolf Tangden, a priest who lived at the vicarage during the 1930s, saw an old woman dressed in grey appear in the room. He followed her as she walked away, but she vanished in front of his eyes. In the 1940s, Tangden's successor, Otto Lindgren, and his wife said that they had several paranormal experiences, including unexplained sounds and moving objects. On one occasion, a woman who was staying in the guest room was awoken in the middle of the night to see 3 old women sitting staring at her. She quickly turned on the light and they were still looking at her. However, they had now appeared blurry. In 1945, the chaplain, Eric Lindgren, moved into the vicarage and he began a journal recounting many of his own experiences in the house. He reported being thrown out of his chair regularly by an unseen force. The current building is serving as a restaurant cafe as well as a guest house. If you dare to stay the entire night, you'll receive an overnight stay certificate to prove it. Number 3. Old Changi Hospital. The Old Changi Hospital is a former hospital in Changi, Singapore. It was built back in 1935 as part of the Old Changi military base. During the occupation of the Japanese, the compound was used by the notorious Kempeitai, the Japanese secret police, as a prison and torture camp. After the end of World War II, the building was again a hospital and remained so until 1997 when it was replaced by the Changi General Hospital. It has stood derelict and decaying ever since. The building is now haunted by its past, with Japanese soldiers, people that were executed, and the patients that died there. Apparitions of an old man has been seen walking down the corridors, and a woman has been seen walking through the rooms. The spirits of children are known to haunt the old children's ward, and the ghosts of bloody Japanese soldiers have also been seen. Loud bangs and unexplained screams are also a common occurrence. Number 2. The Queen Mary Hotel. The Queen Mary Hotel is a former ocean liner that sailed primarily in the North Atlantic during the 1930s to 1960s. Since the 1970s, the liner has been run as a hotel in Long Beach, California. It's regarded as one of the most haunted hotels in America, and with the vast array of experiences that have been reported there, it's hard to argue. The ship has so many haunted areas that it's hard to know where to start when trying to explain them. The most popular of all the reports seem to be from the first-class swimming pool. 2 women apparently drowned here during the 1930s and 1960s. Their ghosts have been seen on numerous occasions in this area. The figure of a woman in white have also been seen in the Queen's Salon. There have been sightings of a gentleman in a formal 1930s suit in the first-class suites. The ghosts of 2 children have been seen and heard near the storage room, and the ghost of a young woman has also been seen walking through the tourist-class swimming pool. Number 1. The White House, perhaps the world's most famous residence and the home and office for the President of the United States. It has been the official residence of every president since 1800, when John Adams first moved into the house. With the vast amount of history and historical figures that have graced its rooms, it's very little wonder that the White House has a tale or two of hauntings. In fact, it's considered to be one of the most haunted houses in the whole of all United States. past presidents, their families, and foreign dignitaries have all attested to the paranormal goings-on at the White House. On one particular visit, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Winston Churchill, was staying in the Lincoln bedroom. He had just finished bathing and walked back into the suite when he saw Lincoln standing by the fireplace. He refused to sleep in that room again after that. Other people who have claimed to have seen the ghost of Abraham Lincoln include Presidents Teddy Roosevelt, Herbert Hoover, and Dwight Eisenhower, First Ladies Jackie Kennedy and Lady Bird Johnson, and presidential children Susan Ford and Maureen Reagan. Maureen and her husband both witnessed Lincoln standing by the same fireplace where Churchill had once seen him.